The fundamental theme that runs through it is better connecting policing and communities. I've laid down the challenge to the Chief Constable. He's come up with a plan, and the aim for me was I was looking to invest in local policing, so I freed up resources. I've looked at the reserves, I'm looking at a precept increase, and the thing for me is that I know local people would be supportive of investing in local policing.
Obviously, you've been in office 9 months. There's been a lot of work going on. It's taken a while to put this together, and in many ways it's transformational, isn't it?
It is, and the reason it's taking a while is that two things really. One is I wanted to do a large public consultation. I wanted to understand. I had my pledges in the election. That's one thing. I talked to my voter base then. I'm actually talking to the general public once I am in this position. So we did a huge consultation over the summer. I went out and about all over Devon and Cornwall, and I wanted to understand fully what the needs of communities were. Then we've also obviously prepared it, taken it to the police and crime panel, trying to get their buy-in. We've worked closely with the Chief Constable and his senior leadership team because it's co-produced, because then we all understand what's in it and what the implications of it are. And that's why it's transformational, because it's actually allowed some thinking time about actually if we did have some more money, what would we do differently? How could we transform to be a modern police force? And that's what this police and crime plan and the budget enables.
You've worked very closely with the Chief Counsel. Clearly he is in charge of operational policing. So you've set out the strategy direction and then said to the Chief Constable, we found some extra money, now go away, come back to me and tell me where you're going to put people. And he's changed the emphasis of that as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, so one of the things around having the extra money and transforming the workforce, it's not about completely transforming it in terms of getting rid of a load of people and bringing new people in. It's actually about better utilising the existing talent that we've got in the organisation in a different way. And I'm really supportive of that. And we're looking at more investigators. We're looking at more warranted police officers. And we know that people in this organisation want to do those jobs. So I'm looking forward to seeing them move around and do different things. The budget has enabled that transformation to happen, and I think what's really clear is that the Chief Constable is understanding what the police and crime plan implications are, and I will be holding him to account through a measure of connecting with local policing. I will be asking the public through a survey on a regular basis how well connected they feel, and if it's not working we'll revisit it, and if it's working well we'll do more.
And clearly the Chief Constable, as part of putting more police officers on the streets, has made a sacrifice of a certain number of PCSOs. Many communities love their PCSOs, of course. How do you feel about that as the public's representative?
So one of the things when I go around to communities is that local councillors and local people who are active in their community love their police community support officer. I've met many who I've been so impressed by, which is why I'm so excited about the transformation of this workforce. Is about how can we better utilise that existing talent in a way that helps keep people safer. It helps ensure that they get a response to an investigation when we are looking at crimes. It means victims get a better deal because they'll have their statement taken over the phone. Just the statement taking over the phone is going to release around 60,000 extra police officer hours every year on the street, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
And a final message, Alison Hernandez, about your police and crime plan, because the subheading, of course, is connectivity. So a message to the public about that.
So the vision is safe, resilient and connected communities, but the theme that runs through it is better connecting policing and communities. If we don't have the trust of our community, how can we justify more armed response officers, more officers with tasers? So you cannot have a police force that could potentially be more violent towards their communities without having the trust that it will be used correctly. And so my view is better connecting policing and communities is fundamental to a successful, safe community.